Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right?
What's up, y'all? Okay. Hey everybody. How y'all doing? I'm back. For Married to Medicine Girl. Hold up. Let me fix. Okay. Listen, okay, so we about to get into Married to Medicine. I don't want to be up here too long, okay, because we do have Ooh Ladies First panel. I need to take some Zyrtec. I just had some crawfish, and now my nose running, okay? Anyway, y'all, I was on Instagram Live yesterday, before we get into it. I was on Instagram Live yesterday, and somebody said, or asked me a question, a troll in the comments, a religious troll. You know how much I love those. And they asked me, well, what do you do when you're going through a tough time? Like you don't, like it was. I forgot exactly how it was worded, but when I said this, I repeated it back to Lyric, and Lyric was like, "Well, I mean, that is a good question. What do you do?" And I was just like, I thought about it for a second. I said, well, first of all, I don't scream to a sky daddy to fix the problem for me. If that's what anybody thought was going to be the answer, that's not it. I don't beg for somebody to fix the problem for me. I categorize things in two different places automatically. What can I do about it? And what do I leave up to God? I don't think of God as someone that I can call upon that is going to fix my problem for me because I'm anointed or some shit. A lot of people tend to think that God is doing them favors because they're so much better than everybody else. And I just kind of think that that way of thinking is weird. I also think a lot of it is spiritual bypassing. So, this concept of thinking that if you pray hard enough, your problem is going to be fixed. And because I'm not praying, I'm going to now encounter something that is going to break me in order for me to then, look up and say, oh, now I realize, God, I need to fall before you and beg. In this concept, as I was thinking about it, I was like, it comes from a space of you thinking that I haven't been through anything, which is a gross, gross, gross overestimation of my life. Okay. Just because a person doesn't look like what they've been through doesn't mean they haven't been through shit. Any of y'all that's been here for a long time, I talk to y'all about a lot of the things I've been through. And the shit ain't been no crystal stair. Okay. At this point in my life, shit has just now begun to not be as hard. And I'm always thinking of how things can go wrong, but you can't let that consume you, right? That's not the energy you have to be in. I live in a space of abundance. And ever since I started to feel that way and think that way about my life, that is what I have received. Also, I've been working my ass off for quite a long time there, Brian. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think of the problems that I go through in my life as something that is meant to break me so that I can worship something, so that I can beg somebody for deliverance. That's not how I would ever view it. I would always view it as a lesson that I need to learn. And sometimes I don't know what the lesson is and I have to just go through it. When I go through hard shit, I don't look for somebody to come and save me from it. I go through it. That's what I figure out what I can do, and then I leave the rest to God, to the universe to figure it out. But it was just such a weird thing to ask me, but it led me to thinking about how I do deal with whatever I go through. I'm a very internal person. I meditate. I do not beg for God to come in and save me. What I pray for is clarity. I pray for the answer. I pray to understand it when it comes in front of me. I pray to not miss opportunities because of anything getting in my way. I pray to always get what is for me and to be able to handle it when I get it. And when I'm not, I focus on being grateful, enjoying what I do have, doing the best with what is in front of me. To me, that is reverence for what I have been gifted in this life. I don't need to be anywhere begging Sky Daddy for anything. Like like, and people assume this means I don't believe in God. I just think that most people have a limited idea of God, and they use God to spiritually bypass their personal responsibility and other people's accountability in their lives. And I don't take that approach. And a lot of people look at, oh, what you do when times get hard. Bitch, I figure out how to get through the tough time. The fuck? Like, I don't have time to be falling on the ground. Oh God, why has thou forsaken me and all of this shit? I did that already. Now is, what can I do? And what I can't do nothing with, I can't worry myself about. And I focus on how not to let the problem stress me the fuck out beyond my own powers. You know what I'm saying? That's what I focus on. I don't focus on being saved. Yeah, like, exactly. Strategize, bitch. Like, what is the problem? How can I fix the problem? If I can't fix it, I'm going to do what I can do. I'm going to pivot. I'm going to move around. But I ain't never about to fall down on the ground and start begging somebody like, oh, yeah, now I get it. I need to serve you. That don't make no sense to me. What I would rather do is have a symbiotic relationship with everything, meaning that everything is giving and receiving and all of that. What I do helps other people, then help me. And I help other people, and then other people come and help me. I'm appreciative of what I have, so I get other things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, more so what you put in is what you get out. That is my mind frame on things. I don't believe that there's any amount of begging God that is going to fix my life. And I think a lot of people look at hard times like that. Also, by the time hard shit happened to me, what was God gonna do? When Katrina happened, what was God gonna do? It had already happened, is what I'm saying. It had already happened. Now we're just moving. Now we're just going. But like, what was praying supposed to do about that? What was praying supposed to do about having an abusive father? What was praying supposed to do about dealing with people's religious practices causing me so much trauma? Going to a school that saw me as somebody to try to investigate and kick out and harass and shit. Getting worked to death at a job, being a Black woman that is very capable and adapts very quickly, and having people weaponize that against me until I'm sick. What was praying supposed to do in those moments? I had to do something. Now, I do meditate. I do listen. I do pay attention to my gut feelings and believe that that is God speaking to me. But God is not outside of myself. You feel me? I just wanted to have that conversation because I feel like somebody gonna need it. Somebody gonna need it. And people just always have this like very weird outlook of what they think I believe based on how I don't believe what they believe. Hold up, y'all. Okay, my notes. Like, we're going to talk about it in another live. We'll talk about it, I don't know about tomorrow. I got to see. Maybe tomorrow I'll come back for a BondyBlue show. But India Love, I saw her crying on the internet, girl. The way I rolled past that shit because I ain't feel like watching you. Oh, God, I was a slut. I don't mean to laugh because y'all know I know that little girl went through some shit. I've been saying that. But the way they go, like, because they just do the same thing every time. Every time. They don't see the bigger picture of how the dick worship is your main issue. Low self-esteem and dick worship has been your main issue and will consistently be the issue. Your response to that is to allow church to wash away all of the shame you feel about the shit that you've done and the shit that's been done to you. And what ends up happening is you just kind of rinse and repeat, and you never really get down to the real issue a lot of the times, because you need something more practical than God forgave me, so now I can just move on. No, bitch, you need therapy. You need somatic work. You need to have a regimen of how you deal in life moving forward so you don't make the same mistakes. Do you journal, bitch? Do you write shit down? Do you find a way to alchemize your energy? You can't just pray. Prayer is great, but you can't just pray, because healing requires way more work than that. And I honestly feel like so many of y'all just pray and then look at me like God about to show you because I don't do what you do. I find my way of life practical. Okay? I just stopped being depressed in 2025, bitch. I just stopped having suicidal ideations within what? Maybe the past 5 years? People really underestimate how much pain people go through just because they don't show it. Like, I'm supposed to be carrying all my grief around with me every day. Trust me, it ain't that hard to find. It ain't hard to find. Shit, I was in there listening to Jill Scott on NPR. She just did her Tiny Desk performance. It was nice, but I was mad that she didn't perform Pressure. I was mad, but it was a good performance, and she played Cross My Mind. Oh, and as soon as she started getting into it, I instantly go back to when that song first came out. You just run across my mind. You just run across my mind. Girl, what was the line? Uh Talking about how he used to smell good. And so had the next boyfriend of mine try that same kind. It stunk on him though. Well, you know what they say. Everything ain't for everybody. But I tried anyway. Like, I love the way she narrated that shit. But it reminded me of like how painful, like how much in pain I was just listening to that song. And, you know, I'm a young woman, so you would automatically put that on the relationship that I was going through at the time. I can't even remember which bitch it was. I can't remember which bitch I was heartbroken over at the time, but I knew it was one of them hoes. Okay, it's only about 3 of them. Okay, so it was one of them hoes. Okay? But I remember when the song would come on, I would just have this ache. And it was a feeling that was going on at the same time as trying to heal from what happened with Katrina. And it seemed more like the romantic relationship thing, you know, broken heart, high school sweetheart, that whole thing, going into college, that relationship also being, fucked up. Like, but it was really like missing so much of what my life was. It was gone. Like, what I understood now, I was never going to be able to get back. To never be able to get back a version of your life is one of the, like, I don't even understand how to explain to y'all that New Orleans is here, and we still like Mardi Gras just happened. We value this shit so much. Yes, we enjoy it, we love it, but it is really because so many of us can feel what it was like before and what it's like now. And there is some deep heartbreak in that for all of us, that the version of this place is not the same anymore. And we're here, but we consistently are aware of what used to be here, what this used to feel like, and how it felt better back then before everybody found out about it, back when it still belonged to us. You know what I'm saying? And just everything over the years, y'all know, like shit. We all talk about how shit ain't the same since the 90s and all of that. right? So Katrina like really fucked me up a lot. But because I'm somebody that does well in traumatic situations, I was still able to continue to go on and do everything that I was just able to continue to focus on me and what I had going on, career, school, whatever, and never let any of my heartbreak weigh me down too heavy. But the pain ain't that it's the pain is never that far away. Cause all I gotta do is hear a Jill Scott song, bitch. And now I'm sitting up in there like mm, just being reminded of what it used to feel like all the time. That's why it's so hard to like get me to that space now. Because I can remember what that pain used to feel like. And now I know how to find relief, like release. Like I know how to go and sit outside. I know how to go and listen to some music. I know how to go and read a fucking book. I know how to, or sometimes just lie in it. Okay? Sometimes just lie in the feeling of it. But a lot of the times it's having to go outside. It's having to go, you know, ground and put my feet on the ground and walk around my backyard and shit. And blow a lot. You know what I'm saying? But we get there eventually, bitch. And we back up. It's a process. But I don't view it as something to be, crawling on the ground about. At least not right now, child. Back then. No, I'm trying to figure out whether I'm about to order that new album off her cuz she sold out of the vinyl. I want the vinyl of the new album. And so I'm like I think I'm about to go try and find it somewhere. We appreciate your vulnerability cuz most of us just cut off and block those emotions when it comes to Katrina, especially for the NOLA girls who've been through too. Yeah. Like I understand. You know what I mean? It's hard, bro. Bruh, I don't even understand. Like how I got through. Like now, like I'm very like aware of how depressed I was for how long and how bad it would feel. You know what I'm saying? Just consistently in your body, like walking around every day, feeling such great grief. Just internal fucking constant, unflinching grief for days and weeks and months and years. And I'm not even gonna lie, it took so long. It took so fucking long to stop being suicidal to some extent or severely depressed on and off. Like hiding it at some points, other points not really being able to hide it. Um Dealing with a lot of it on my own because all anybody could tell me was shake it off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to go through a lot of therapy. I have to stay on top of my shit. But yeah, girl. Yeah. Grief and emptiness, hollow, bruh. That feeling in your throat all the time, like the I could cry all the time. All the time, y'all. All the time. It was really, really unbearable. Like I was listening to that song and it just kind of it flooded back for a second. And that's why I say like healing is an ongoing process. It's an ongoing process because like please don't ever think that I am how I am now because there's something I haven't gone through. Especially when I be feeling like I'm talking to people that ain't never been through half of the shit that I've been through. So like, but how it becomes an undercurrent in everything you do. Yes. Just always somewhere nearby. And then, even in like these great moments of triumph, there's always still this duality of sadness. And it's crazy, but it's something you become comfortable with. Like, I'm just saying. Like, I just stop and feel negative feelings. I let them pass because I don't end up dreaming about whatever was bothering me anyway. Yeah, it is definitely a go through. Like feel it, allow it to come, and then allow it to go. Cause sometimes it just comes and then It'll go away and then I could feel, normal again. And I remember like as time was going on, I would have longer spurts of feeling normal before I would go back into, you know, uh just feeling a lot of grief, feeling sad, feeling weary. Yeah. Yeah, all of the uncontrollable in the beginning. Yes, it was very uncontrollable in the beginning. Like I can remember my dad did not let me go anywhere. He didn't let me do shit. Right? It was very hard. He was always sneaking and doing something. Because nigga never wanted to let me go anywhere or do anything. And then after Katrina happened, they were trying to push me out to do things. And then I would be out and now feel like I have some freedom, but I was still so depressed that it didn't even matter. Been fighting all this time to be able to go out and have a good time like my friends and shit. And when I finally could, I couldn't even enjoy it because I was so depressed. I was so depressed. I remember riding around in cars with people being like, this nigga would have never let me been going this long before. And really just, you know, not really enjoying it the way you think I would, but it was better than being at home. And back then it was, school work NyQuil, school work NyQuil, school work NyQuil before I started smoking weed. But I just wanted to sleep. I just wanted to sleep. Sleep felt like the only reprieve when you don't feel the ache is when you're sleeping. And unless you're dreaming about some shit. And then it became the dream shit, like being on boats, being back in school, uh, you know, dreams like it didn't happen and then waking up and realizing that it happened and feeling like the pain of that. Girl, girl. I hate to start off like this, but it was just on my spirit because people really do underestimate how terrible life has been. Like, and how I'm finally getting to this place of like this, ongoing happiness and relief. And somebody is wishing ill on me because I don't believe in the God that they serve. My God on today. And then y'all, I just finished watching everybody was talking about this guy on TikTok about how he did a 4-hour long documentary or essay form video on Tyler Perry. I just finished. That's why I was late coming up here because I've been watching that shit all day. Let me get his name right. Cause like I feel like I had seen him before, but I didn't follow him until now. But when I tell y'all he did an excellent breakdown, his name is FD Signifier. FD Signifier did a 4-hour long breakdown of Tyler Perry and his life and basically said everything I've been saying about how y'all give that nigga way too much credit. And he also reminded me that the reason why I probably have not grown the way I would have wanted to is because I had already spent so much time in the news business not being able to say what I wanted to say. I wasn't going to get up here and do the same thing. And so I said whatever the fuck I wanted to say. And now it's hard to get out there. Okay. It's hard to get up there because I did not wait. Because he talked about that. He talked about at the end of the video saying how he'd been wanting to say something, but he waited because he was trying to push past a certain number, of subscriber count, because he knew he would not be able to get to a certain point if he said it before he got to that point. And I was just like, wow, I've been screaming it for the longest. And then I was like, and then I know that on some level, I know that the reason why, you know, I may not be where I would like to be in my space is because I have been saying the shit without a lot of, ignorantly, without a lot of fear of how it might hold me back. But, you know, we all make our choices. I'm good with mine. Cause in real life, it's fuck all of them. I'm sorry, like in a real way, man. Fuck all you hoes. Get a grip. Yo, this album goes out to all the people that called the police on me when I was selling drugs outside my building, just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. All my niggas in the struggle. It's all good, baby, baby. Okay, But yeah, now y'all should go and watch his video. It was spectacularly done, beautifully done. Yeah, Tyler Perry very much exploits the piss out of everybody, and it was very similar again to, like, even with the Tyra shit. That's why I'm like, I don't feel like we should be giving black people a pass just because they black, because I almost feel like you have more responsibility to us to not be a snake in the same manner that white people are a snake to us. So when you do the same shit that they do to us, then I honestly, I admonish you. Like, I don't know another word to use. If it mean that I don't, my fofo don't grow because I said that I don't fuck with people that fuck over their own people like that, knowing what we go through, and you get in these places, you get in these positions, and you do nothing but do the same shit, I feel like you're far worse. Because we know not to trust white people, but we gonna trust your black ass. And then you gonna take advantage of the fact that we trust you. Use us and then do nothing to really help. Because there should have been a whole bunch of directors and producers under Tyler Perry, filmmakers under Tyler Perry. Everything should not be about a bottom line and money and you controlling everything all the time, if it's supposed to be something that we're supposed to be so proud of. But you, a man, standing alone on your set, sitting at your table alone, that's still fucking sad. So shout out to FD Signifier. That was a great fucking video. All right, y'all. It's 400 of y'all in here. I've been talking about other shit for long enough. We can get into the boredom that was married to medicine. Thank y'all so much for fucking with me. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all are having a good day. Oh, and shout out to everybody who was commenting on the video and who came to Instagram to tell me how much they enjoyed the Fantasia part of yesterday's live, because I forgot. Like, a lot of times I get up here and do shit, and once it's up and it's over, I'm done, right? And so I had to come and look to see, wait, what happened? I don't know why I'm like this, but I hope that y'all enjoy it, okay? Because there's a lot of people that don't like me. But I like me a lot, especially in moments like that. That shit was hilarious. Like, seriously. And then when y'all tell me that y'all was laughing as hard as I was laughing watching me do that shit, I was like, I love us for real. I love us for real. Listen, it was fun. Okay. All right. Married to Medicine, y'all. The men meet up. Dum dum. King isn't fucking 15 times a day anymore. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. We knew that. Weird ass nigga. Quad is more fragile. But you know what? It's appropriate if he says it one more time. If he says it one more time. King is so annoying, and there's a shaky, sweaty hand thing, right? Then he's like, I don't know if it's just me, but that's what I imagine is going on. Sometimes when he talks on camera, I can see that he's nervous. Like, I can see the shake. I can see the shake happening, under those cat-like eyes. Then he just always saying little slick shit, always talking about how she's so emotional and how these women are illogical. And I'm just like, you're a misogynist. You're a misogynist. I think it's insane to say that the women are illogical when these are some of the most unemotional, dry, crispy women to ever be on a reality TV. Let's take a look. Quad is emotional, right? Quad is emotional. Toya is a nigga. Like, I don't know if y'all be paying attention, but Toya is a nigga. Dr. Mimi is a psychologist. Okay, that's dry. Jackie's dry. Simone be screaming and shit, but Simone loves to pretend to be unbothered. She's bothered, but she loves to pretend to be unbothered. And when one can just have a drink and make out with somebody they've been hollering at for weeks, They not really about nothing. They not really that emotional. And Contessa, she's another I pretend to be unbothered. See, listen, if anybody is emotional, it's you, King. It's you, King. And you just think Kirk, whatever the nigga's name is, and you just think that because you're doing it passive aggressively and not with the same chutzpah that the women do, that somehow you're more logical than these women. When the truth of the matter is, it's not logical to tell a woman that you want to have a baby with her, and then when y'all start going through the grueling process of IVF, which you agreed to, you punk out. You punked out. All of a sudden, it became too tough because you niggas is dick. Y'all is dick. That's what we was talking about when we was talking to Clifton Powell and all of them. Y'all don't want to admit that all of that running that y'all do, all that reneging on agreements that y'all done made with women is some scary ass shit. It's some punk ass shit. It's you not having the prestigious fortitude to do what you said you was going to do, regardless of how now you might be a little uncomfortable. Now, I'm not saying that King should, go through with something he don't want to go through with, but don't pretend like you want that and then use it to manipulate her. And when it's not going the way you wanted it to go, because it's not all about you, duh, nigga, what did you think was going to happen when this woman started going through IVF? You sat there in doctor's appointments and acted like you knew everything that was going to happen. But all you cared about was this image, which is weird. It's weird. I'm sorry, y'all. King aggravated the fuck out of me all through the episode. Yes, okay? These women don't make sense a lot of the times and they are overly emotional, but I would not say they're not logical. I would never say that a bunch of doctors are not logical. I just wouldn't say that. You can be emotional and logical. Men do it all the time. Y'all swear up and down y'all logical while getting mad and punching shit and going to jail all the time because y'all are the most violent crime offenders out of, the twos of us, okay? Between the coochies and the dicks are winning for doing all of the violent, overly emotional shit. Y'all don't know how to regulate. Regulators. Y'all are not that. Just at large. So I just get tired of y'all, just saying shit, trying to start these gendered arguments with women because you want so badly for women to fit into a box by always talking about, oh, women are illogical, women are emotional. Oh, I'm a man, I'm the head. Like all of that shit. I be like, oh my God. I'm so bored. I'm just bored with men in this shit. Like, I'm just bored of it. Like, it's stupid. You're not tricking anybody anymore. Y'all used to be able to, use them fucking Jedi mind tricks on women and mind fuck the piss out of them. And now we're just looking at y'all like, okay, it's not working anymore. Can you try something new? Can you try something new? Because y'all keep, doing some of the same stupid shit, saying some of the same stupid shit. And it's like, oh my God, when are you going to get tired of repeating the same thing? When are you going to realize your manipulation isn't working? And if you're not going to up your manipulation game, my nigga, move on like Maya. The women are on a boat. The women are on a boat, okay? And if you watch Married to Medicine, you know these bitches being on a boat is not a good thing. Girl, Heavenly kissed Simone right in the mouth. And so in moments like this, I always think about how anytime we talk about people possibly, being sexually fluid, as I believe most human beings are, whenever I start talking about that, I'm mentioning that somebody's gay. There's always a woman in the comments somewhere telling me that I'm always saying everybody gay, so that means you should not believe what I say because I'm always saying somebody's gay. And I say it the most about the women of Married to Medicine, that nobody's more homoerotic and lesbian coded than the Married to Medicine girls. And here they are kissing each other in the mouth yet again. It's always Simone and somebody. I just want to say that. Okay? It was Heavenly and Simone last season. Y'all remember when Simone and Quad was arguing? Didn't they kiss in the mouth too? When they went on that little Toya vacation with the Beyonce shit, they was Cowboy Cartering and shit. Didn't them hoes kiss? These hoes always kissing in the mouth. They always doing lesbian coded shit. They always acting like that age group of DL women that would have been bisexuals if only they'd been born about 6 to 7 years later. But because they were born in the time that they were born in, they just can't do it, girl. They can't. But they do gay shit all the time. All the time. That's weird. As a bisexual woman, I don't do gay shit with my straight friends. That's weird. Because if I start playing, I'm really trying, like, no, I don't play like that. I don't play like that. I don't play like that. I have to, girl, I have very powerful energy. I have to reserve, okay? I have got to keep it pee. I give motherfuckers a little bit of this energy, and then all of a sudden everybody's losing their mind. You can't just be playing with people like that. Baby, don't play with it. I don't play those games. If I want to fuck you, you'll know. I ain't about to be playing with you, bitch. I don't play with my food. That's ridiculous. Okay? Anyway, Contessa asked Simone if she's okay, and she was like, am I good with the lips or with her? No, I'm not good with her. I was like, so Simone, we mad, but you wasn't that mad that she kissed you in the mouth. Yeah, Toya says she's had sex with women too. I know. Toya is the most honest about it. But I was just like, why y'all always acting like listen, I don't play these games. Okay, that's why I be telling y'all that when people play like that, it's because they be doing that DL shit. They are curious. They might want to try it. You know what I'm saying? But they don't really want to admit it because you're not supposed to be gay. Even if you are a woman, you're not supposed to be gay, especially if you're an older woman. Girl, you're not supposed to be trying to kitty click with nobody. But every time Married to Medicine got a season, bitches is getting kissed all in the mouth. Okay? Then everybody start dancing, right? After everybody start dancing, then did y'all see Heavenly was being very homoerotic this entire episode. First, it was kissing Simone in the mouth. Then she was talking about how fine Quad was at some point. And then she was recording Angel when Angel was twerking, talking about where did she learn how to twerk like that. I said, bitch, she from New Orleans. What's not clear? Angel's from New Orleans. That's where. That's where. Jackie fighting it. Listen. Jackie, Contessa, Simone, Quad, Toya, and y'all know we've already questioned Mimi. Because when you be too mean to a woman, sometimes it feel like you want to fuck her, okay? Y'all be thinking, somebody said, girl, I didn't even know that women could be DL. Girl, what you talking about? Of course they can. Usually they're the mean girls. Unnecessary mean bitches are gay. Cause what you mean for? A lot of the times you mean for the same reason a man is mean. You mad you attracted to somebody. Bitch, I hate you. You sexy motherfucker. I hate you. Then Heavenly was twerking, but it looked like she was having a seizure. Didn't learn anything in Miami. They really didn't let you outside the gate. King tells the men the women are mad at Toya for not supporting Heavenly during the campaign announcement. And Eugene says, well, I mean, Toya went. That was support. She doesn't have to wear a t-shirt if she doesn't want to. And then Damon is like, listen, I'm not going to take it personal. I'm not going to take it personal either way. And Eugene was like, yeah, I mean, listen, you know they don't like each other. Right. And that's why I'm saying that I wouldn't take it personal. Okay, we're in agreement then. It's always passive aggressive. It's always like this passive aggressive shit that be going on between Damon and Eugene. Like, oh shit, wait. They gonna get along or they gonna fight? Somebody gonna try to dominate or we gonna be cool? We gonna be cool by the pool, fool? What we gonna do? Listen, I don't know. Is it just me that be picking up on it? They be, it be given. I hope everything in life happens good for you, brother. I hope you have a beautiful and wonderful and productive day. I hope you have a beautiful and wonderful and productive day, brother. And you don't know whether they gonna fight or fuck. You don't know. You don't know. Right? So Damon, okay, yeah, this is when King jokes that the women are illogical. And I was just like, oh, women are illogical. The women are illogical. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, y'all. Women do act like, as I've said, I've dated them. Hoes act crazy. Okay? Please don't get me wrong. But nobody acts crazier than most of you men out there. And I think that y'all think that the women are worst. And King, and I'm like, but King, that lady could be ribbing you all day and she don't, because she don't want to be mean to you. And this is why I say that y'all gotta be mean to these niggas. Rib them. Yes. They look a little funny, right? They ashy or something like that, or something a little off. Yeah, you gonna go out looking like that? Listen. Listen, don't take my advice. Don't take my advice. But there are words to live by. There are words to live by, because men love to joke. Okay? But they can't stand when the rabbit got the fucking gun. Listen, you got to play back. And I was bothered by how much King is always saying little slick shit to Quad, and she doesn't say anything back. I would be, listen, I'd be hitting that motherfucker up left and right. I hope we get to a point throughout the season when she start like saying shit back to him, and we get some really good quick one-liners from her. I always love when she gets witty. I enjoy that. But yeah, y'all, throughout the whole season, like I told y'all when I first saw him, I said, he got too much little slick shit to say. Because at this point, you understand, like at this age, I may not be that old, y'all, but at 30, at 37, almost 38 years old, I understand that men constantly saying little slick shit to you is intentional to fuck with your self-esteem. That's intentional, girl. That's not just a joke. And that's why I'm always telling y'all, it ain't no fucking thing. Ain't no motherfucking joke, nigga. I'm a woman. If you're not gonna treat me like precious gems and shit, then we gonna play tough. Cause I'm very nice at first. Listen, I be trying to be nice. And then y'all play too much. Oh, y'all won't play. And I start playing, now everybody feelings hurt shit. Bondy. Brittany, why did you have to say that? Listen, he said something to me first. I don't know why y'all want to come and tussle with a heavyweight. I don't know why. You sensitive. Don't come talking to me when you sensitive like this. Heavenly lets everybody ask her questions as if they are constituents. And Brandy asked about her morals and her standards. She's a reality star. She's acted a plumb fool on these white people's network. How can we trust you as a representative of the state? Heavenly says that, well, I'm not a convict. I haven't been a jail girl. I'm educated. And yeah, I do have strong morals. I sure do. I believe that women should be in the home with a man, with children, and they should work. I believe that women should be working and helping to support a man. I believe that women should be mothers. Those are the morals. Okay? Those are the morals, people. Jackie asked, who are your political mentors? Now, Jackie, you're a fucking doctor. Why don't you know the difference between a mentor and an inspiration? There's a difference between somebody that's an inspiration and somebody that's a mentor. Mentors you meet. Mentors actually work with you. Inspirations are people you don't have a personal connection to, but examples of their life inspire you. So when she asked her, and Heavenly's answer was Quad Webb Lunsford, and Quad had to say, girl, I am no longer married to that man, and that is because the values reside in your connection to a man. Are you married? Freudian slip. Either way, she apologized. We move on. Jackie is like, well, I meant somebody like Michelle Obama. And it's like, Jackie, please stop trying to shade Quad passive aggressively because you're upset that you weren't chosen to be the campaign manager. You feel like, it should have been you, even though that's not something you would do. You're jealous. You're giving envious right now. You're mad because Heavenly gave her other best friend the job that you feel like you should have been able to say no to first. Girl, get out your goddamn ego. Damn it, Jackie. Angel asked, why are you qualified to do this job more than anyone else? And Heavenly says, I run businesses. I run businesses and I'm a mom. And listen, um, for these fake liberal conservative black folks, girl, that's gonna be a good enough answer. Now, how many of these niggas are left? I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird thing that happens when people are like ignorant in street, but also conservatives, like Glorilla's sister. I was like, oh, she's a Trump supporter. Well, that makes sense. It's usually those of you that barely graduated from high school that tend to be Trump supporters. I don't know what it's about. Or those of you that want to be contrarian because you are mad at your black friends and family and, community about whatever they made fun of you about in school and you just ain't got over it yet because y'all tend to be mad that somebody told you you talked white forever. Okay, now you up here arguing with us about you being bamboozled. Why is you always a Democrat, bitch? Because the Republicans are weird. Look who they elect. I'm just saying. Republicans do shit like vote against gay marriage and then go get their dick sucked in the airport bathroom by a stranger. That's the type of shit they do. I'm like, I can't fuck with that. That's stupid. Like, what's going on, bitch? But yeah, y'all, Glorilla's sister's a Trump supporter. Yeah, girl. I'm gonna come back and talk to y'all for a BondyBlue show tomorrow. I have saved stories. We're gonna get into it. She says she won't open a Medicaid office. Listen, that sounds like a lot of ways to commit fraud, Heavenly. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. Girl, you being a state representative and owning all of these businesses and now wanting to open a Medicaid office, and I'm sure that's a way to help people, but it's also a way to commit mass fraud. So I don't know. I don't know, girl. People love to scam. So I don't know. Atlanta is a scammy place. Um, you know, but I don't like that we compare and feel like because Trump is the bottom of the shit barrel and because he's now the president, we should now look at everybody else like, well, shit, they letting shit stains be the president. I don't know why this black lady can't. I get all of that. I do. But when I tell y'all there's one thing I can't stand for a motherfucker to say is that they should be a politician because they run a business. I'm sorry, y'all. That's not a reasonable answer for me at this juncture. What I have learned is that countries should not be ran like businesses. The bottom line should not be the overall goal. The health of the nation. How the people's quality of life. That's to me what makes a good country. Because I think that if people have a good quality of life, then the country would make money and then things would go well if people had a high quality of life. That's what seems to be happening if you look at other societies that are more egalitarian. A little bit more egalitarian, the places where women have the most rights, that's usually where people have the better quality of life. And in my mind, if y'all send a society more so around women and children, that would help the people raising the children wouldn't get eaten and raped by weirdos, right? And then this cycle wouldn't repeat. But you got people that want y'all to be stupid and, keep having babies y'all can't take care of so that they can, fuck them and eat them and stuff. So you got to pay attention to this conservative shit sometimes because it's weird. What did I just say? They fucking like everybody else fucking, but they always want to act like they above something when really, no, they're the worst. They're the worst. Can you believe motherfuckers trying to make you think that somebody being gay is perverted? Meanwhile, across the ocean, my God, on today. So, yeah. I don't like when people say that because they can run a business, they should run a country or they should run a state or they should run a county. No, I think you need to care about people. I think people in social services and like, people that got to worry about kids and shit. I think those are the people that should be in charge, to be honest. Uh, you know, black women specifically, but people that understand you have to care about the people. It can't just be about money. And if you tell me that you can run a business, all that tell me is that you know how to make sure you're making money, which means you'll know how to exploit people. It's not a good thing. Sorry. It's just not. It's not good enough anymore. Y'all can have that. Contessa asked if she's going to retaliate against people because that's what Trump has done, retaliated against people that spoke out against him. Heavenly says that, she's a low IQ individual and she's moving on. It was all a joke. Toya felt trapped. Toya was tired of hearing them talk about it, but that worked on my nerves because Toya, you was the main one trying to put Heavenly through the ringer when she wasn't ready to talk about that shit. But now that she ready and she want to talk about it, now you bored and you don't want to talk about it now. That's what I be saying. Sometimes I feel like Toya is just humbuggish. Toya tells them about the Met Gala. So we get to the Met Gala portion of this. Now, if y'all remember all of the years prior, Toya wanted to be an asshole. You want to just give what you want to give. You don't want to actually give what the ladies tell you they need you to give, right? They were supposed to all give $2,500 for the Met Gala last year. Toya didn't want to do it. This year, Jackie put her in charge so that she can see how hard it is to actually throw the Met Gala. Now, once they sit down and, excuse me, y'all, talk about everything, they decide that they want to start a foundation so that they can get money from businesses and stuff like that. They can get corporate donors and sponsors if they do a foundation. So that's Toya's idea. And they came and did a website and all of this shit, right? Oh yeah, y'all, I'm sorry. I forgot. Before we actually get into all of that, um Quad says Jackie just wants to teach Toya a lesson. We know that. Jackie paid for everything last time. Toya says that was their event. This is our event. Everyone gets pissed off because it's like, no, bitch, it was always our event. Just because you didn't want to participate doesn't mean that it still wasn't our event. And now since you're in charge, you want everybody to put in a way that you didn't want to last year. I ain't gonna lie. When Quad said that maybe we should just go ahead and let you pay for it this year, and then next year we can all jump on and do the 2,500 to make up for how you acted last season and the season before that. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't mad about it, even though I don't think her tired ass gonna do it. But yeah, Qua started crying about the IVF, and I feel bad for Quad, but in the moment, I couldn't help but roll my eyes because it was the way we wasn't even talking about that. And just at the like a drop of a hat, now you're like in full performance crying mode because I missed the mark. And I get it. Like, this is not to not be empathetic to how she's feeling because I am. And I do hurt for her. But at the same time, girl, fuck these kids. In that way, in the way that at 45 years old, however old Quad is, now you want to try and have some fucking babies. Like, it was unrealistic from the jump. It was unrealistic from the jump. Not to say that it doesn't happen, but just saying that it wasn't something you were ever really thinking about or worrying about like that. And it wasn't until you were in some type of competition with Gregory that and the baby passed away, that now you want to do this. And I feel like I've said before, when her little niece passed away, I think that left a void. And so I do feel like this is her attempt to fill that void. But I also feel like it might just be a trauma response, because if you were not worrying about having kids that entire time in your 30s, when you had the time to go and just freeze the eggs and all of that, like, I just kind of feel like, girl. And then I hate the way women put themselves through the strenuous process of IVF, especially in relationships that aren't supportive. I just feel like sometimes I don't like the way I think society grooms and bullies women into feeling like their lives have to be a certain way in order for them to be valued as a woman. And if they don't do those things, that they've missed out on something. When the truth of the matter is, so many women have children that they don't want. So many people have children that they really had no clue what it was really going to be like. And not to say that would be quiet, but I just feel like it is okay to not. It's okay to not, bitch. It's okay to not. It's okay to be the rich auntie. It's okay to maybe one day adopt if you want to. It's okay to be a mother figure to the people around you that might need you. And because you're not somebody's mama, you can be available to them. But I think that she's carrying her grief in a way that she thought going through IVF, finding this man was going to be her happily ever after. And I'm like, quiet, at this point, I think you need to learn that you are your happily ever after. Not a man, not a baby. You. You are your happily ever after. Having a beautiful life, enjoying your relationships, being with people that value you, and just letting life, not just letting life happen because you're already in control of your shit. But I do feel like there is a working against yourself with the IVF in the King situation. It felt like a rushed thing. It didn't feel like something that you deeply, deeply wanted. It just felt like a response to a lot of trauma. And to be honest. But I do feel sad for her. But the way she was able to turn on a dime and start crying annoyed the fuck out of me. I'm not even gonna lie. But I was just saying how my pain is never that far away from me. But we was just arguing, bitch. And now you crying and invoking sympathy. And sometimes it can seem like you doing it for the cameras. It can feel that way. It felt like that in the moment, even though I still felt for you. Anyway, Jackie got a scrub line. It's cute. She doing a photo shoot with Derek Blanks. She invite all of the women down to do it. Her and Jackie, Toya and Jackie talk about the foundation and everything they want to do. Toya wanted to leave the women out. She did not put their pictures on the website. She did not want to have them as members of the foundation, which is fucked up considering the fact that this is her first year actually taking full part and the other women have been a part of this organization and putting on this event for years now. Toya is just Toya is a person that I feel like never learned to play well with others unless she can be like a mean girl, dominating, controlling, and it's annoying. I don't know what it is about grown adult women that feel like we still in high school and somebody needs to be kissing your ass. Or you get to just be an asshole and you get to not give a fuck about everybody else, but you want people to give a fuck about you. Like that's annoying to me. She's very entitled. She's cheeky, is what I would call it. She a cheeky ass bitch. Okay? Kirk King asked what happened on the girls' trip. This is another moment where this nigga really annoyed me. And I can see the lameness seeping through his pores to where you could tell he says things to get a rise out of Quad, to get a response. And I think that the way Quad responds sometimes pisses him off. It's almost like he wants to make her angry or just dominate her emotionally. I just feel like he's always trying to fuck with her. Like, why would you ask her about the girls' trip? And then when she starts telling you about it, you like, oh, all right, I'm about to be done with this fish. Why don't you get to the good part? I wouldn't even keep talking to him after that. I would have been like, I don't know who you talking to, but if I can't just express myself without feeling like you're getting bored, I don't have to tell you anything else and don't ask me shit. You ask me. You ask me. Like that would have been an argument. We would have been arguing on camera because I would have been like, what do you mean get to the good part? I would have just stopped talking. I would have been sitting on camera not saying nothing because I would have been like, I don't know who the fuck you think he talking to, but he not talking to me. And then when she tells him that she told everybody about how the IVF didn't work this time and she cried, he keeps making comments about her crying and being emotional and then coming behind it and saying that he understands because of the IVF. Listen, sir. If women having emotions bothers you, you know you can just leave women alone, right? You know that you don't have to date women. You don't have to date women, sir. You can just have sex with them. You could tell them, hey, girl, I'm a one night stand type of person. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care to talk to you a lot. I don't care about, any of that emotional connection shit. I just want to have sex with you. If that's the case, then just say that. And if you would rather have emotional bonds with men, then just go and have your emotional bonds with men. But do not procure relationships with women that are supposed to be based on emotional support and make her feel like she needs to hurry up and get through talking to you. Yeah, all of that would have been a turn off to me. And I think it's a turn off to her too. And then at the end, she was like, can I have some of your fish? And then he says, no, you can't have none of mine because you don't let me have none of yours. She says, the difference is you just start eating off my plate. I actually asked you if I could have some of your food. And he was like, I'll give you some later. And she was like, all right, well, never mind then, because I done lost my appetite. See, I would have lost my appetite for the conversation as soon as he told me to hurry up and get through what I was talking about. The fuck? Like your life so fucking interesting or something like that? Wild. And it gives you always want to make her feel bad. You want to make her feel less than. You want to make her feel like she's annoying you or boring you. And that's so that you can keep her emotionally unstable. And that's why I say women have to be mean to men. Because if you're not and you're super nice and you're trying to make sure everybody's happy, this is the type of shit they do. These are the type of passive aggressive, little emotional dominance games that they play with you when you're trying to be nice and you're not trying to have a problem. You have to be able to bark back, to become extremely unbothered, to not give a fuck, to not want to talk. When people be talking about, oh, the silent treatment, girl, you can call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. Or it's emotionally abusive for you to do the silent treatment. If somebody is playing with me emotionally and I decide I no longer want to emotionally engage because I know you're trying to get an angry response out of me, fuck you. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not talking. I'm not engaging. I'm not going to give you what you want once I recognize what you're trying to get from me. Because I am like Quad. Whenever you are emotionally expressive, people are always trying to jeer you and trying to get you to emotionally overreact to things. It's weird. Like, why are you trying to emotionally manipulate if you don't want me to pop off? If you don't want me to be overly emotional, why are you always fucking with me, weird ass nigga? Yeah, I don't know, but I don't like him and I don't like their interactions. Okay, the way I don't know when it happened, y'all, but as I've gotten older, there's been like a switch that happens to where my natural is I care. I want everybody to be having a good time. You know, I want everybody to be comfortable, whatever. As soon as I start feeling like it's not being reciprocated, are you playing with me? I'm a sour patch kid, bitch. I'm a sour patch kid, bitch. I could not give a fuck too. We could both not give a fuck. Let's both not give a fuck. That should be fun. Let's both not give a fuck. Girl, listen to me. Let's both not give a fuck. Let's both try it. Once you stop trying to keep everything together all the time, my God, today, it's a breeze. It's a breeze, girl. We make life way more difficult than it gotta be, girl. Anyway, they do this cute little photo shoot for Dr. Jackie. I like Dr. Jackie clothes. I think that Angel clothes are the sexy clothes and Dr. Jackie's clothes are the stylish, you know what I'm saying? Like older lady, I don't have any ass, but you know, I have a cute wardrobe. You know what I'm saying? Shoulder pads, if you will. I don't have ass, I have shoulders. All right? And I and you're going to designing women this shit. So yeah, it was cute. I was feeling it. The photo shoot was very cute. The way they were doing like the transitions. Quad is so good at it. I'm not even gonna front. Quad is just a natural at the photo shoot. Toya wants to talk about the Met Gala and how much money they need. It's the same 2,500 from last year. Toya acknowledges that she has been difficult and she apologizes. And this is when Quad says, well, maybe we can stand off this year and next year we can all fall in line. And they bring up the foundation, and Heavenly loses her shit because Heavenly is like, girl, I just stepped down during this time as not being one of the main contributors. And now you don't want to, you want to put our names where you want to put them just because you decided to join. And Heavenly was even mad at Jackie and started throwing Jackie under the bus, saying that Jackie said Toya was terrible to work with and all of this shit. And she was so unprofessional. And everybody believes Heavenly. I also feel like at this point, I don't know, like as grown women, y'all like we shouldn't still be having moments where I'm saying shit behind somebody back, and if the person I'm saying it to runs back and tells them, we're still all getting mad and doing all of this. Like I don't give a fuck. I learned that in middle school that whatever I said behind your back, I can say to your face. I learned that in middle school. If I said it behind your back, I can say it to your face. It's really not that hard. Like, baby. And normally, the only reason I might not have said something directly to you is because I wasn't ready to have the confrontation just yet. not because I'm scared to say it. So if you want to bring it to me, then we can absolutely have the conversation because I'm never going to run from the confrontation. I said whatever the fuck I said. Tell me what I said. Yeah, that's what I said. So them sitting up there acting like that's not what happened. Jackie is so fucking messy. I do feel like when Heavenly was saying that you should have set us all down and asked us what positions we wanted to take. I agreed with that. And I did feel like, now why wouldn't y'all, decide that y'all were gonna do a foundation and then just call all the ladies to meet up and ask them, you know, what y'all want to do? Let's do a foundation. Everybody, what positions do y'all want to hold? Let's do this so that we can get some funding. And then at the same time, have the conversation about everybody putting in a little bit of money. It just could have been done in a certain way, but it seems as if Toya has to feel in control, and her and Jackie have that thing where it's like, I need to be in control in order to do it. And if you're not gonna let me have control, then I'm not gonna do it. That type of shit. Um, but yeah, child. I just didn't talk about people in general, but don't bring no mess to me in school. Child, I did talk about people. I did, girl. But it was never like, it was never like that. Like if I said it behind, like I said, there weren't many times that people came up to me. I said, yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, that's my opinion. Uh-huh. That's why when people ask me now, how do you deal with this, girl? Please. People been mad at me about some shit I said for the longest. I say shit in your face and don't even realize I said something that made you mad. I'm sorry. I apologize. Please forgive me. Okay, stop being mad at me. Anyway, I don't think there was anything that happened on the social media with these people, but I wait, hold up. I think something happened with Simone. Simone and somebody was arguing. And I know y'all asked me about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I did watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Here it go. This what happened. So this is why I said, girl, we not about to be worrying about Simone no more, okay? But I am about to, read y'all just a little bit. Not y'all, but y'all. Cause people on social media be doing way too fucking much. So Simone and Cecil went to New York City and Cecil posted it on his social media and said, my kind of town. Best ramen I had in my life. Thanks to Dr. S. Witt for rolling with me. And then Queen Eat Clean said, Dr. Simone is a gift. We all just hope you paid the bill, Cecil. Do you earn money? And I'm like, now why the fuck would you say that shit to that man? And I do understand that they're on social media, they're on Bravo, they put their business out there. But like as a grown adult person to actually at this man to post under his page that type of shit that regardless to whether it's reality TV show shit or not, that ain't none of your fucking business. And how dare you even go under somebody picture and ask them some shit like that? So don't get me wrong. The person, like, girl, shut your goofy ass up. The fuck? Like, so you supposed to be a grown ass woman asking some other grown ass person some shit like that? Y'all like that's weirdo shit, y'all. Like I'm gonna give my opinion up here, but I do feel like it's different than going to somebody's social media page and commenting all kind of shit under their post. That shit is I don't do that. That's weird to me. I told y'all that. Okay? Because that's my way of trying to be fair in this, right? I'm not talking about nobody that is not putting their shit out there, but I'm also not gonna go to your page so that you know how I feel about you. That just kind of feels like a level of entitlement that's unnecessary. Um, Simone came back and said he has 2 jobs and a retirement account that is full. What's your financial status? Never mind. My response should never be viewed as an attack. I complained about a spoiled child spending my money and a husband that continues to spoil a child. The twisted narrative that I take care of Cecil is ludicrous. All of the ladies on Married to Med out earn their husbands. Simone, next time, don't. Next time, don't. Because ultimately, that is not what you said. You said you take care of 3 grown ass men. That's what you said. And so, once you decide to complain, for years about your husband not pulling his weight and you overworking in order to make up for what he can't help you do when it comes to them boys, you allowed for this shit to be put out there. Let the public whack him for you. He needs to develop the prestigious fortitude to see shit like that, ignore it, block, delete, but emotionally deal with it on his own. You coming into the comments to fight on his behalf is dumb. It's dumb. Y'all have got to learn how to let people fight their own battles sometimes, especially when it's something that you put out there. You put it out there that this man is not doing what he's supposed to be doing in order to secure you and not have you working yourself to death. And you've been talking about it for years, Simone. So this is the reason why I get so tired of Simone and all of the rest of the women that come on the internet complaining about their husbands. And then when the internet rightfully so says, hey, your husband's an asshole, the women start getting mad at everybody else for defending them or empathizing with them. I hate when y'all do that. So, I'm seeing it from both sides. That lady should have never said that shit to that man. But at the same time, Simone, you don't need to be a savior. Let him handle that shit on his own. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, keeping your foot on their neck is not like being nasty. It's not being nasty. It's not mothering. It's not doing emotional labor that you don't have to do. And this was emotional labor that you didn't have to do. Fuck these people on the internet. Let him handle that on his own. He a grown-ass man. You didn't need to come and defend him. You see what I'm saying, y'all? You see what I'm saying? Let these niggas be men and stand on their own 2 feet and stop coming to their defense like you a mama and they a child and, somebody bullying your child outside the bus stop or some shit. Now, what is this? I don't think they together anymore. That's sad. K. Kirk, I can confirm I left that situation. Okay, this from 2 weeks ago. That's the same shit from before. They got this up here like this shit new. Like, y'all, that was pinned, girl. Did y'all watch the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion? Because I didn't. I didn't watch it, girl. What Ty Tucker said? Did I save this? Girl, I'll save this. We'll talk about this later. Anyway, girl. Y'all know I didn't watch no Real Housewives of Potomac. They be working on my nerves. Because it's not even that interesting, girl. What's this? What is this from? 5 days ago. Dear Eugene, okay, the ladies of Married to Medicine penned Valentines love letters to their husbands. That's nice. Let's see what Toya said about Eugene with her mean ass. Okay. Dear Eugene, I wanted to write you just a little love note to remind you how we began. We wrote to each other daily as we dated, and I will never forget how much those letters meant to me 16 years ago. I need you, I appreciate you, and love you. I don't always say how much I'm thinking of you, but I wanted you to know you're on my mind. You are such a blessing from God, and nobody on earth can come between what God ordained. I heard him loud as day when he said, you were for me. You soften me and inspire me with your wisdom. You always make our family proud. Thank you for loving me. Happy Valentine's Day. That's beautiful. That's so nice. Okay, let's see. What did Heavenly say? Dear Damon, I thank God every day for you, my partner, my safe place, and one of his greatest blessings in my life. Our marriage is covered by grace, strengthened by prayer, and built on love, laughter, and trust. Through every season, you have been steady, supportive, and unwavering, always leading our family with humility and heart. You see me fully, love me deeply, and remind me to stay grounded when life gets loud. I don't take for granted the covenant we share or the life we've built together. Walking through life with you is a joy, and loving you is a gift. I thank God for you today and always. Beautiful. My dearest Scott. All right, come on, Contessa. As I look back on our more than 20 years together, I am so grateful for the love we've built and the love that has carried us through every season. I still think about how you left everything familiar in Michigan to follow me to Georgia when the military moved us, trusting that our marriage and our future were worth the leap. That faith is us, that faith in us laid the foundation. Through every challenge and new chapter, you have remained my partner and my constant. I'm so thankful for your sacrifices, your loyalty, and the love you show our family every day. More than 20 years later, I still choose you, and I am excited for the memories still ahead of us. No matter where life takes us next, I am grateful we will face it side by side. Love ad infinitum. Dear Cecil, I hope you know how blessed I am to have you as my husband. When I look back on our journey, there's growth, resilience, and love that refused to quit, even when things weren't easy. We've had our peaks and valleys, but through it all, we stood the test of time. 30 years, here we come. Love, Simone. Child, yeah, them people gonna die today. Them people gonna die together. Lord. Mm. Dear Steve, my love, after 11 years of marriage, I'm still deeply grateful for you. You continue to lead our family with strength, wisdom, and integrity, loving me with intention and covering our children with patience and presence. I admire how you learn my heart again and again, even as I evolve and know our marriage, while not perfect, is pure, chosen daily, and rooted in covenants, not convenience. Thank you for being my partner, my safe place, and my desire. Our love, grounded in faith, continues to deepen, proving that healthy, passionate, God honoring love not only exists, it grows richer with time. Happy Valentine's Day. And lastly, my dearest Curtis, loving you has been one of the greatest blessings and hardest assignments of my life. We have faced moments that could have broken us, breast cancer that tested my body and our faith, infertility that broke our hearts in quiet ways, and very public disagreements that left no room to hide or pretend. There were days filled with fear, grief, and disappointment, and days filled with laughter, gratitude, and deep joy when we realized we were still standing together through sickness, loss, and scrutiny. We learned that love is not perfection, it is presence. It is choosing each other when it would be easier to walk away, offering grace when pain makes it hard, and growing into better versions of ourselves through honesty. And I love you for staying, growing, and choosing us even when it was hard. Our story is proof that healing, forgiveness, and real love are possible when two people refuse to give up. Oh God, there's more. Brandy. Dear Shamar, we've literally grown up together from meeting in middle school, falling in love in college, 10 years of marriage, and four incredible children. You are my best friend, my biggest supporter, and the person who has walked with me through life's hardest challenges without ever letting go. Loving you is the easiest thing I've ever done, and there is no version of this life where I don't choose you. I love you, Brandy. I liked hers the most. I don't know why. It felt the realest. I don't know. I felt it the most. I don't know why. Jackie, that sounds like a horror story. Mimi, I just get tired of you saying covenant, but congratulations. Happy Valentine's Day. Cecil and Simone, this is how people talk when they hate being married, but they still together. Um, girl, mm, mm. Child, y'all be having a lot of faith in things. Mm. Yeah, it's a lot of, you lead and God and y'all know how I feel about those things, girl. She said ordained by God. My God on today. Listen, if they like it, I love it. If they like it, I love it. But so often I feel like everybody is full of shit. And not only do I feel like everybody be full of shit, um I think sometimes people put God on things in order to give them meaning, and that means you stay in places where you are unhappy because you've applied some God-like meaning to a relationship. So yeah, I'm happy for these people because it's great to have somebody that'll take care of you when you're sick. It's great to have somebody that care about you, you know. All that's nice and all of that. Listen, I love my husband. I like that nigga. I do. I'm not even gonna front on y'all. But that ain't none of y'all business. Okay? You talk too much about your nigga, people try to sneak in on your nigga and all of that. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute now. Not you trying to sneak in on my nigga, girl. I thought that was funny. They put God on everything. Yes, and when they do it, it makes me feel like it's bullshit. And I don't want to feel like that. That's why I think I like Brandy so much because it was just very, it's been us, it's us. I fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? It's not all of this other shit that, and I'm not saying that, you can't have God in your relationship, but y'all know how often people say put God first and that don't mean nothing. Like it doesn't mean anything practical. That's not put God for girl. What does that mean? What does that mean? What I'll say is be kind. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourselves. But I don't know. A lot of their relationships make me feel like y'all staying together because y'all don't want to break up, not because y'all having a good time or anything. You know what I mean? Like, do y'all like each other? Because some of y'all, I feel like y'all don't even like each other like that. I wouldn't say break up, but I would say stop bullshitting with everybody. Because that's the problem I feel like that be going on. A lot of women are like lying about their experiences in marriage and in motherhood. And then that's misinforming the next generation of women that are watching them, thinking and expecting for some like fantasy like feeling to be happening, and it's really just a bunch of women lying. And so that's just, I'm always just very conscious of that. That's all. I want to see it. If you've been on reality TV for years and you telling me about how much y'all love each other, bitch, I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Show it to me. I want to feel it through the screen. And I don't feel like, daddy and buddy be fucking like that. That's sad. Um, right? Contessa, girl, y'all are fucking like that. And that might be the only reason y'all still together because you don't be seeming happy. I'ma just be real with you. Who else? Simone, girl, we've talked about it. We've talked about it. Um, I partially disagree with Simone commentary on Cecil. She's never said he doesn't support her financially. That was Heavenly's narrative that he has no job. I do agree that she didn't need to defend him. If I recall, Simone has said many times that, first of all, it wasn't even Simone and it wasn't Heavenly, it was the boys. The boys said they mama got the money. They didn't say they daddy. They said they mama got the money. It wasn't us that made that up. They framed everything around the fact that Simone has to work in order for these niggas to keep getting the shit that they getting. And Cecil is retired. Simone is not. So to me, it's given she working, he retired, the boys come to her for money. Somehow Cecil can retire, but she can't. They the ones that act like that man ain't got no money. They the ones that act like that man be walking around with a book bag full of weed and a bottle of alcohol. They the ones that act like that. Listen, I don't think I was the one complaining about Cecil, girl. I don't even know Cecil. Simone is full of shit. Heavenly said, my husband got a job. Yeah, she did do all of that. But the way we feel about their relationship is definitely predicated on what the boy said about who they asked for money, how Cecil basically, is retired, but Simone is still working to death. And then he told her that if she died, well, then it was just her time. If you worked yourself to death when it was just your time, then bitch. So yeah, that implied, that implied that he wasn't financially, and he does have jobs, and that's great, but she's still making more money, right? and she still has to work in order for their life to be like it is, and he gets to be retired. I don't know how that don't seem like more on her than on him. I don't know. But I'll say this. We agree that she shouldn't have defended him. And, it's okay that, it's like what, 30% of households that women make more than men? That's gonna happen, girl. It's okay. That's not the problem. The problem is the way it seemed as if he never really supported her, and he created the environment for her sons to be sucking off her titties like they not almost 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's what I really think. It's the environment that he fosters. Instead of being a partner to her this entire time, it's kind of been him and his boys against her. And I think that's a problem. Like, that's the main issue. It's not really even about the money. And, I said, I don't even like the way that lady said that shit, and then people comments like, man, shut your ass up, goofy ass bitch. Cause I always think it'd be like them, super duper senior ass people. Them people that was in the same grade more than once when you was in high school, and they just like to say stupid shit that they think is funny, but it's really like offensive. And you be looking at them, and you got to remember that they was in the 7th grade for 2 years. Yeah. Damn, he said that she should have nipped all that ish in the bud after that. Yeah, remember when they was arguing at the table with the boys? And she was like, what if I die from working my ass off before he can, pay me back for all of this shit? What if I die? And then Cecil was like, well, then, it would be your time. Oh, shit. Yeah, they should stay together. Y'all, they should stay together. That seems healthy. All right, y'all, I'm done. I love y'all. Don't forget, February 28th. February 28th is the last day that you can sign up for the Thailand trip, but we are going to Mauritius in Africa. We are going to Mauritius in September of 2026 of this year. So if you want to come on that trip, that is a women's only, Black women only. That's our retreats, all right? But we are just going on a cute little group trip to Thailand for the Songkran event, okay? For the Thailand New Year, okay? So yeah, y'all should come if y'all trying to come. February 28th is the last day to sign up if you trying to come. All right? I love you guys. I love you. I hope you have a great day. Follow me on BondyBlue Bites, and I will see y'all in the next one. All right? Y'all be cool by the pool, fool.